Right, I am Junia Regrello, chairman of the constituency of San Fernando West of the People's National Movement. We have been approached, which is the constituency, have been approached by residents of the area in terms of this structure, which was initiated under the 2007-2000 Mr. Manning administration. It is a PNM initiative for the people of this community. And those of us who know the community well will be able to see that the closest community center you have to this one would be east of San Fernando, which would be the Monripo Community Center, which is almost at the bypass. North, there's one in Manjak Street in the Vista Bella area, and south in Bacadere. So this particular area and the communities around here have no form of avenue for recreation or for development. And hence the reason this project came into fusion. This project started in 2008, we got all the approvals, and the initial structure started in early 2009. Here we are almost 6 years after the event, and not one nail, right, was sent into the structure. Not one rod was welded, as the case may be. So we are asking the powers that be, and we're not looking to score political points. It is a travesty of justice to the community and the people of this area. And we are asking the powers that be, particularly the Minister of Community Development and the Member of Parliament for San Fernando West, what is the future of this structure? Where are we going to go with this? Are we going to leave this here as an unfinished building? What about the cost factor? What about the young people that are standing behind me who have been deprived of the opportunity for sustainable development? Here we're talking about the waterfront project. We would have been ready for the waterfront project because we'd have been able to build skill sets in this vicinity. What was about? It's the state-of-the-art community center under the 2020 vision of the PNM. How we make this, the aesthetics, make it visually pleasing to the eyes, and infrastructure where we get our young people to come in here and train and develop skills that will allow them to obtain sustainable skills for long-term benefits to the people.
When was the project started?
I have no idea. I'm not in government. But we started this.
When the project started and when it actually stopped?
It stopped in.
When it started?
It started in 2008, and then it's stymied in 2010. Which is right. I remember the PNM lost election in May of 2010, but it's stymied during that period.
So what was going on from 2000
continuously?
And how much money you would have spent so far?
Well, the initial cost would have been 7.5 million, and it was a 3-story structure with elevators and an auditorium and training centers for development and the arts, and there was for entertainment and generally to help people develop skills.
Tell us about what is the state of the structure now.
How much money was
There is a fee that starts when you're starting a project of this nature. You're given a mobilization fee, which could be 10% of the cost. 10-20% goes into mobilization fee. So we're talking about 7.5 million, we're talking about almost 1.5, 1.6 million, 1.7 million was given to the contractor to start. To the best of my knowledge, when I passed here around that period, there were a lot of material, beams and other steel and things here still. That is no longer here. What you're seeing there is unfinished work. You're seeing boxing and all sorts of things made up here, which now you must challenge the integrity of the structure. If we were to resume the structure as it is, you may have to call back engineers to reassess this project. You have to look at corrosion. You have to look at sandblasting. You have to look at the integrity of the structure, and you may have to start this thing all over again. And we also have to take into consideration inflation.
So why now? Why not before?
Pardon me?
Why is this issue coming up now and not before?
Well, we were hoping that the passing of time, that as they develop other areas of Trinidad and Tobago, because we don't want to make this a political thing. This is just unfair to the people. And we're making a case to the people. They should have addressed this. Maybe in a pecking order, after DB and Superior, they might have been San Fernando. But we seem to be going down the order and going further and further down, and time is drawing near. And we're talking about calling election. If they don't call the election will call them.
Okay, so have you ever, during the period of time between...
Several times. The community have been talking out about it. The community have been talking about. They came to me, you know.
Yeah, they came to you.
Yeah.
You approached the government?
Yes, we did.
The council has approached the government.
Several times.
I've written letters to the Member of Parliament. I've written letters to the Minister. At least 3 letters to each of them.
As the councillor.
That would have been about 4 months ago. But
and on the consultation, when the minister came to City Hall with one of those TV programs, we raised the question. What are all these young people in the community? Who is going to help them?
Tell us, the areas that were meant for this area.
You're talking about Springvale, the environment of the wharf. You're talking about St. Vincent Street, Shacon Street, help me, gentlemen, Mount Maria Road, Victoria Street. This whole community.
And some of these
Whole of
areas,
Springvale.
The whole of Springvale, but
and some of these communities need
of course,
this, something like this.
absolutely.
So we normally have tournaments amongst the other constituencies as well too, not sir? No, I said normally we just have
Interactive
yes.
sporting events with other communities, and they can't do an exchange because they
yes.
can go there and nobody can come here. Because when we were growing up, here had recreational swing and merry-go-round. That's many years ago. Then I think the NAR government they built a basketball court, and that's how we had small goal football here and basketball unite. Yeah, no, that's like, yeah. And it kept the young people occupied and involved. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, they will solar vibes.
You want to see that work start, get an update, or...
Well, they have 5 months to complete it, and we're calling on them continue this project, do a reassessment of this project, and what needs to be done, and move forward because it is unfair to these people who live in this community and have been deprived of the opportunity and the shit that we started.
You think it's money wasted?
Of course, it's money wasted. If they don't do anything, money wasted. When we do the assessment and the engineers come in and look at it, we may know what the real cost would be. But if it can be salvage it now.
So you think it'll cost more than 7 million?
Pardon me?
It'll cost more than 7 million.
Of course, it's going to go more than, of course, inflation, the cost of material. All the material was removed from here, they'll have to come back at a new cost.
Mr. Regrello,
So,
from your knowledge, why was this project stopped? I mean,
well, I was in the Ministry of Community Development at the time when we approved this project, and it was an ongoing project. Well, the members here, the committee is saying why it was stopped. I cannot say that.
It was a PNM project.
Because it was a PNM project.
That's the big project.
Well, that's unfortunate. If that was the reason for stopping it, that's rather unfortunate. And I'll be disappointed if this government stopped this project because it's a PNM project. I'll be disappointed. There's no evidence of that. Right? Yeah. Look how far they reach. Look how far they reach.
That's what I was asking. Describe first, because we have to...
The process. Well,
describe first what it is you're seeing here today.
Okay, what we're seeing here is an incomplete structure. There's a foundation, a steel structure. So the foundation was laid. I know they went down very, very deep with the piles, as the case may be, to provide the basis of this, because it was going to be a 3-story structure. So you have to have a solid foundation. That was there. And look at how far they reach. If you had challenges with structure, it would not have reached so far. Because, I mean, Trento Plan is a well-established contracting company with credibility. So I'm not going to challenge Trento Plan. We have to ask the minister why it was stopped and other centers were built. And if there were issues here, then make a statement and let us know what the issues are so that people can feel comfortable about the whole thing. There's no explanation to the people. There's no rationale why this was stopped. And there's no respect for the community as well.
Was the MP approached?
Pardon me?
Was she approached?
We said several times. They approached her. They had meetings with her. We had meetings with her. We talk about it.
So where do you go from here? Because you do this today.
Well,
Where
I
do you go from
hope
here?
that this meeting this morning by the community and the stakeholders here will raise some awareness and concern, and they will come out and tell the people something. They deserve some sort of explanation.
So we can expect protests?
Well, I'm just for the committee to decide. I'm not deciding their fate. They know what they want. I'm just a voice to the people because, in my view, in the past 5 years, San Fernando has no voice. That's the issue. Nobody spoke behalf of San Fernando. So we take it upon ourselves as a constituency, as chairman of the constituency, to make a case to the people who came to me for representation.
did this ever brought up into the statutory meeting or anything as far as you're aware?
Well, we, of course, it was raised several times, but you see, we tend to misunderstand these things and make it look appear as if we are looking to score political points. We are here to represent the people of this community who are members of the San Fernando West constituency and who came to the constituency executive seeking help because there's nobody speaking on their behalf.
Tell me how you feel every time you pass, because you're from the Springville
Well,
area.
I just feel so left out because I have young kids.
Your name?
Oh, my name is Sheldon Joseph, right? My name is Sheldon Joseph. Well, I live at 40 Vestabella Road, San Fernando, and whenever I pass on San Fernando, Victoria, St. Vincent Street, and I see the cord look like this, I just feel so hurt in my heart because I have plenty young kids, understand? And they have nowhere to recreation and evening times, no on weekends, understand? I will have to leave here and go quite skin and spark, understand? So sometimes, like, when they on the corner linemen and thing, a lot of the laws, there's always claim to say that they're doing their jobs by doing a survey by asking us what we are doing on the corner. And we claim that we have no recreations and we keep this trying to keep something in our area, which is on Victoria Street, San Fernando, and is frame case, assault, not we assaulting them assaulting us.
Now you all been complaining, right?
Yes.
Who did you all
Well, we tried to get to the higher level, but we're doing well like the mayors and thing, but we couldn't get there first. We had to deal like with the councillors and the deputy mayors and thing, and these people spoke on behalf on several occasions. They came back to us and tell me, well, we're writing letters to the ministers concerning the recreations and thing for us, and they haven't got no response as yet. So this morning.
So there are plenty of young people on your street.
Yes, but a lot of them at work and school as well right now, right? But there's who are just hustling around the areas like I work. Yes, a lot of youths around as well too.
No, I'm going to ask you a very question. I want to follow up your question there.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get in touch with the authorities, the higher, the mayor, and you got in touch with the deputy mayor and
Let me put some clarity to that.
Why is that? Why you couldn't get in contact with the mayor?
No, well, it's protocol, you know. Yeah, that's when I go to meet someone, right?
No, but you see, you're asking leading questions there. You put leading question there. He speaks to his councillor as representative. He spoke to his councillor, and the councillor raised these questions at the relevant meetings. He has done that already in the
Well,
past.
before I reached the council, I put on my name. Yeah, because I didn't know what to do. I had put on my name first, and I was advised after that, well, see my councillor. Yes, I'll go sit down and put on your
So you're
name.
following procedure.
There's a lot of people that's be there before
so
you.
he was referred to his councillor.
So this was the quickest I could have
And then
got
they
on too.
came to the constituency and spoke to the chairman.
That's right.
I mean, no, just, so why didn't you not go to the MP of San Fernando?
Good question.
Well, at the present time, the MP was not in power. So
No.
No.
Bichon.
no, well, I didn't have idea to contact them because they don't pass around.
No, well, I understand that several people in the community went to her.
They
They went to see her. Yeah. That's what they came to me. Yes, sir.
These people are alleging there that they couldn't see the mayor. They went
I did not hear that. No, he said the mayor referred him to the councillor. Referred him to the councillor. That's what I heard. The mayor referred him to the councillor and said, speak to your councillor. And the councillor made reference to this at several meetings, and we got nowhere. Hence, we take it to this one because, okay, you are saying that we should draw it to the MP's attention, but the MP's aware of the structure. She's aware of this. She met this, and it is a work in progress. They have not done anything in San Fernando. We started this. Who built that teaching hospital? The PNM built that. They converted it into a teaching hospital. It was supposed to be a complex, administrative complex. They changed it without consultation with the people. That would have housed and all those government agencies that they're paying millions of dollars of rent in San Fernando to friends and family. And that would have been avoided because we'd have put a structure there and put all the government agencies in that building and not be paying rent left, right, and center. And plus a 1,400 car parking lots would have been provided there. And the record would be taking your car on High Street and on Coffee Street all over San Fernando. So and on St. Vincent Street. And the point I am making, we built 2 community centers in 2.5 years, between November 27 and 2010. You know what we did? We started the center and we built one in Gulfview, completed one in Gulfview. So what have they done? Tell me, what are their legacy in San Fernando? Why is Separia and Debe and Pinal and Chagonas and elsewhere all over developed? What happened to San Fernando? We have been left behind. This is why I'm saying San Fernando have not had a voice and no representation in the past 5 years.
Question to follow up with Julia. Now, this seems to be political. You're making this thing a political.
No, it is not.
Agenda.
It is not.
Is your political leader aware that you are holding this press conference today? The mayor, is he aware that
This has nothing to. This is the San Fernando West constituency. People raise these questions at the constituency level, and as chairman of the constituency, I decided to come and investigate this with my people. I represent these people.
are you here in capacity as deputy mayor?
No, not deputy mayor at all.
Did you all take this matter up with your MP? Because I know you have a expected MP, sir?
No, we know. We have a prospective candidate. We have a prospective candidate.
Is he aware?
We have a prospective. Yes, he's aware.
You know that you have in this press conference?
I started this project under my watch. I saw this, the need for this in 2007 when I came here. And I understand the need of required arm in the city. And we are doing this, and whatever work we start here will continue by those who will be given the responsibility. When we win the election, our candidate will look after this and ensure that it is finished. We're just trying to create an awareness now of where this is, and hopefully something can be done about this.
No, it's just because from my impression is that you say that you all started, the UNC stop it. Definitely we see politics. Because he said he can't get to see the mayor. Basically, that's what he was trying to say. He can't get to see the mayor like that. So I'm only asking follow-up questions, you know. I'm only asking follow-up questions. Let me ask you follow-up questions. Let me get forward. I get invited to a press conference and ask questions, you know.
So see, what's
Some
that?
of the STT wizards.
You know, but you know when can call you.
That's a mosquito.